Hi there and welcome to Essential Oil Talk Radio. My name is Marc Ebinger. This is the Essential Oil Talk Radio show with Marc and Nikki that we do every week and we're super excited about. Today we have a very special guest joining us. It is Stevie Baggs Jr. He is a former NFL linebacker. He's an actor, philanthropist, author. I mean, the guy's phenomenal. And he's a Young Living brand ambassador. So he knows essential oils. He's been in it for quite a while. He's got great access to the inner core of Young Living. He's learned a tremendous amount, and we're going to be able to talk to him on our show today. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, hi and welcome. I'm excited too. I have so many questions for this man, but I'm going to let you take control of that today because he'll say, lady, please, you only have 20 minutes here. So I have a story this week. It's going to sound very familiar to our listeners, I bet, because it happened last week. I told my brother, he's like, oh, that happened to me a couple months ago. And then I told my mom, she's like, that happened to me last week. And my neighbor, that happened to me last month. So I was cooking dinner, right? And I go into the pantry to get a can of green beans. Well, lo and behold, one just popped right off the shelf and landed on my toe.
Oh, no.
Like the second toe. And I wiped away the tears. I put the money in the curse jar. Oh. I told my daughter, don't ever use those words. Those are really bad. And I grabbed some lavender and some frankincense. I put it on my toe, and then I went about my meal because, I needed to get it done. I had business to do. And after dinner, I sat down, I propped my feet up, and I was assuming I should have gotten some ice.
Right.
Because,
that's what I was thinking.
And I looked, and I thought, oh, well, that's weird. It's just blue. It was a very pretty shade of blue, by the way. The next day, nothing. Like, you couldn't even tell. Like,
how was the pain,
how was that?
though?
There was none.
Wow.
Immediately, I felt like, oh my gosh, somebody call 911.
No, this was
I'm going to lose a toe.
Can of beans.
This was a full can of green beans, yeah. And I think that weighs like about 19 pounds is what it felt like.
Right.
So anyway, it wasn't a catastrophic event or anything, but it felt like it was going to be. And I know that lavender and that frankincense was able to just get into my skin, my little muscles there, whatever was going on, and it really, really helped relieve.
Support the body's natural recovery process.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it did. So. Wow. Catastrophic events, I just mentioned that word. That takes me over to my sponsor, Josh Dixon. He's a friend of mine, and he actually is an health insurance expert over at Health Markets. Now, he has access to over 200 different insurance companies, so he can customize your health insurance plan for you, your family, or your business. So if you're not needing, let's say, medication coverage, right, like prescription drugs,
sure.
If you don't take those on a monthly basis, which a lot of us don't. I know in our community, we try to keep ourselves above that wellness line with our essential oils and other products.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he can actually tailor your needs for your insurance. If you don't need it, you don't have to pay for it. So give Josh a call. His number is 210-860-2525, or you can find him at healthinsurancesanantoniotx.com, and we'll put his information on the website for you.
Right, and so one of the things that, of course, my favorite part of the show is when we get to interact with our listeners, right? So people are writing in, they're asking questions. They see me on the street, hey, Marc, hey, I got this question. What's the deal with this or that? And so I got a really good question, and it seems simple enough, right? But I think it's a real good question, and that is, do essential oils expire?
Ah, very good question.
Right? Because, it seems like everything's got an expiration date on it that we see that we can buy, put it in the house, it sits there for a year. Is it still good? Can we still use it? So the short answer is no. Good quality, right, properly distilled essential oils, they don't expire. But there's some caveats here. So you need to make sure that they're stored properly, right? Because if they're not, they can oxidize, right? If the cap isn't on tight or whatever, they can oxidize, okay? Which will affect their aroma and their efficacy, okay? And it could lead actually to toxicity issues, right? If you're not careful,
okay.
Especially if it's a low grade, essential oil like you would find at the store down the street, right? But see, here's a really cool point, and that is about citrus essential oils. Okay, so citrus essential oils in particular are damaged quickly in temperatures above 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So here in San Antonio, Texas, that's like, 11
Every
months
day?
out of the year, right?
That's like our winter, 90 degrees.
So we got to make sure we don't leave these in the car, kind of a thing, right? With the citrus essential oils in particular. So the best way to store your essential oils is in an airtight glass container, which most of them come that way. Just make sure the lid's on good and avoid extreme temperatures. Keep them out of direct sunlight, that kind of a thing. So I thought that was kind of a cool, great, really good question, and I thought I'd share that with our listeners.
Yeah, that's some great information. So back to the citrus oil. You're saying just citrus essential oils we shouldn't keep in the car? Because I know I diffuse in the car every single day. I typically keep it in my purse and just put it there, but I know some of the guys that don't carry around their man purse, so they leave their oils in their car. We shouldn't be doing that?
So, yeah, with respect to citrus oils in particular, you want to avoid the higher temperatures, right? You
Okay.
don't want to make a habit of it. And if you do, just let them reacclimate back to a normal temperature, and then you just kind of see how they work. But yeah, you want to avoid those extreme temperatures.
Okay, makes complete sense. All right, so you mentioned temperatures getting warm. Spring has sprung. It is here,
Yes.
and it's awesome. I don't know if you've taken a drive with your family down 281 to see all the bluebonnets and those Texas wildflowers. Have
I
you?
love this time of year.
They're gorgeous, and I'm seeing more and more people are out walking. Even I started walking because spring to me is like something new, right? Something new is coming about, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm tired of sitting in my old pajamas for the winter, all winter long. And now I'm getting out and I'm walking and I want to drink more water, right?
Sure.
Now is the time to get better, to be healthier. And I see people with water bottles all the time and I'm thinking, what's the big deal about water? Well, water is so good for your body, right? We know this. We know that you need to be properly hydrated so you can function properly, your entire body, whether it's brain fog or muscle tenderness or tightness, things like that. So drinking water is important. Now, the number one reason people don't drink water is because it's boring. It's like, well, it doesn't taste good. My kids are like, I don't want water. It doesn't taste
Right.
good.
Yeah.
Why would I drink water when I could reach for a soda or something that's red? You know, why would I do that? So adding essential oils to your water is good for your health, right? And it actually helps you drink more water. It makes them less boring. It makes them more desirable. I particularly like to put lemon oil in my water because it helps boost my energy level. And it also helps me with digestion. Peppermint oil. You've heard of this. I think you do it,
Sure.
right? We know after dinner mints, they're mints for after dinner because why? That's the reason. They help
They
you with
support
digestion.
healthy digestion.
That's
you
right.
bet.
It's the mint in there. And that's from the mint leaf, which is the oil, which is why I put it in my water. I have my 7-year-old who, I'm like, hey, go get some water. And she's like, okay. But she'd rather have, Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah. But now I'm putting a drop of orange essential oil in her water. She's drinking it right up. I know it's good for her. And she drinks so much water, which is, it's a huge benefit for our kids, right? Teach them to be healthy. And as they grow and grow and grow and become these wonderful, amazing adults, they'll be healthy.
Yeah, if we can just get our kids to drink more water instead of, the flavored drinks. Even if it doesn't have flavor in it, drinking more water is awesome. But seriously, when you add a citrus essential oil to that, it makes it better for the child, and it actually helps support the body in numerous ways.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Absolutely.
So talking about getting out there and exercising, right, which I've been doing. I've been walking every evening. I'm really proud of myself. I walk to the bathroom, to the kitchen. I mean, it's great. I'm just kidding. So I've been walking around the neighborhood, and the first couple of weeks, or first few days, my muscles were getting tight. They were a little bit sore. So I went online and I found this really cool DIY muscle rub. So it's a quick little recipe. It's half a cup of solid coconut oil, 10 drops of peppermint, 10 drops of copaiba, and 10 drops of frankincense. Now, if you use Young Living products, then you can add in 10 drops of something called Panaway. That is a blend of oils that is just really, really good for your muscles, and it really relieves any discomfort that I've had. So I'm going to put that up on our website. That's eotalkradio.com. They can go into our blog area and find those recipes from today.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about an event we got coming up. So I'm super excited about this. For folks who, we're going to be doing Zyto scans. They're called Zyto Balance scans. So there's different types of Zyto, but this is ZYTO, but Zyto Balance. And I've been using this for quite a few years now, and it is phenomenal technology. We bring people in and scan, and we had this one lady come in. She was actually pregnant, right? The machine, she hadn't told anybody, and she didn't tell us. Well, the machine says, we can't do your scan because you're pregnant.
So when you talk about a scan, do you want to explain that a little more?
Yeah,
Because scan is scary to me.
No, it's real simple. There's a little hand cradle, right? It's like a big mouse. You just put your hand on it. It uses galvanic skin response, right? So it's just checking, changes in the skin.
Okay, so I'm just placing my hand on this little hand scanner.
Right.
That's it. I don't have
That's
to
it.
take off my shoes or
No.
anything.
And what's so cool is that the technology, right, is just asking your body questions. And then it's providing solutions, right? If it finds stressors in your body, then it says, okay, how does this work to help you, become less stressed in that particular area?
Yep.
So it makes recommendations, and then you can follow those recommendations to bring your body back into balance.
It's awesome. I have some experience with that, and I can tell you it is phenomenal. Like you said, it's people have a scan and they're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
how
so
does it know?
We're setting up an event, right? We're going to do this on Saturday, March 30th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Lookout Coffee Shop, right?
That's right. It's off of Canyon Gulf Road.
Right here in San Antonio, where you guys can come show up. It's going to be Nikki and I are going to be there, right? Because we want to get to know folks out
Yay.
here in our community. but we're going to be there doing them, and we're only charging $10 for the scan. Now you'll pay $50, $100, or whatever to get these scans done. The prices vary depending on who you go to, but it's a really good way to kind of check this technology out, low entry fee, if you will, and see what it can do for your body. So we're really excited about doing that for you guys. So.
I also want to encourage folks, as I always do, when it comes to your essential oils, use them. Don't leave them sitting on the shelf. I was talking to a friend of mine this week, and she purchased a bunch of oils. And she said, Nikki, I haven't even opened half of them. So we have a meeting in a couple days, and we're going to open every single one of them. I'm going to sit down and show her how to use those. And if you guys have questions for us on how to use your oils, send us an email. I'm Nikki at eotalkradio.com, and Marc is Marc, M-A-R-C, at eotalkradio.com. Ask us your questions. We really want to help you out and encourage you to use your oils.
Absolutely. And that's a fun part, too, sitting down and going back through. It's the discovery process.
Yeah, and you know what? I just want to mention one thing about that Zytoscan. I know a doctor who had never heard of a Zytoscan. I have a chiropractor. Well, he's not my chiropractor, but a chiropractor here in town that charges $100 to get that done.
Yeah.
That's just something he charges. We only charge $10. That's pretty amazing. I said, hey, do the Zytoscan. Tell me what you think of the results. And she was like, okay, I'll check it out. So she did the Zytoscan. She said, that's it? It's over? That took like 5 minutes. I said, yeah. She's like, well, wait a minute. Let me take a look at this. Well, 2 weeks goes by. I don't hear from her. And then she sends me a text. She goes, we need to talk about the scan.
Yeah.
And I need some oils.
That's the real deal. No joke.
She was shocked. And she's a doctor, a medical doctor. Yeah. So it's awesome.
Well, my cop background, I'm not easy to fool on stuff, right? Yeah. I was like, what is this? But when you look into it, it's phenomenal.
Well, your wife fooled you with those black bean brownies the other day.
Whatever. won't talk about that. All right, so let me get into our sponsor before we get into talking with Mr. Stevie Baggs Jr. here. So the San Antonio Empowerment Council is one of our sponsors, a group of local business leaders that come together to put on large essential oil events. So super excited about working with them. And then Erica Slayton with Wallach & Volk. So Erica's been a mortgage advisor here in San Antonio for 23 years.
Wow, that's amazing. That's over half her life.
Yeah. And Wallach & Volk has been in business since 1932. So, and Erica's a good friend of mine, and she's very, very dependable. So to learn more about our sponsors, please visit our website at eotalkradio.com. We're going to have links and everything you need to get in touch with these folks. They are supporting this essential oil movement in the San Antonio area, so please support them.
They are. We really appreciate them.
All right, I'm putting my headphones on.
I'm excited.
I know it was Chris. Is Stevie on the phone? He's there. Stevie Baggs Jr., can you hear me?
My good people, how you doing?
How you doing, man? So where are you calling in from?
So I'm calling in from Atlanta, Georgia. And guys, please excuse the music in the background if you hear some noise. I'm in the other side of a gym. And today is so funny because I just finished this cupping therapy session, and I'll tell you guys about it. It's tremendous.
Okay, awesome. So it doesn't surprise me that you're at the gym. I mean, you're in phenomenal shape. I don't even like looking at your picture, if I'm being honest.
Oh, I like looking at your picture. There's no doubt about it.
I like her. I liked her the other night. I like you even more now. My brother,
can't wait to see you
together.
Okay, so Stevie, tell us just real quick. Just tell us a little bit of our listeners a little bit about yourself and how you kind of came in. A little bit about your background as far as your athletic background. And I know you're also doing some acting stuff, and then how you kind of got into the world of essential oils.
Yeah, so I played 10 years in the NFL and CFL, and, I'm the only pro football player to play on 11 teams in 10 years.
Wow.
So I learned a tremendous amount about having, some resilience and just that stick-to-itiveness you need to be great, right? And I turned all of my experiences from football into everything that I'm doing now. I'm an actor, author, speaker. I'm a playwright. I'm a producer. And I run a health and wellness nonprofit called the CETA Foundation. And CETA Foundation stands for Creating Empowerment Through Autonomy. We're 16 years old, and we do a number of objectives, but we have 9 after-school programs in the city of Atlanta. And we teach young people the power of true wealth, which is your health.
Wonderful.
Yes, that's so true.
Yeah, and so, I don't want to go down my whole resume and all that, but my love for essential oils stemmed from me being exposed to the naturopath lifestyle and a bioavailable lifestyle, and now it's just turned into just my way of life.
Yeah, I remember we were talking. One of the things that really stood out was you are all about a chemical-free living, right? And so, how do essential oils fit into that chemical-free lifestyle?
Well, quite naturally, Mark. For me, the number thing that I want people to recognize when you're talking chemical-free, you're going back to the farm and you're leaving the pharmacy.
Right.
But the words, they sound very different. I mean, they sound very similar, but they're totally different. When it comes to the essence of these words, and so consequently, when you say the pharmacy, this is labs, this is chemicals, and you're talking about man-made chemical compounds. When you're talking about nature, you take a plant, you squeeze it, you get the oil. What's left over is the herb. And so that's very important for your listeners to recognize and make sure that they remember.
Yeah, absolutely. So with respect to, give me an example of how you're, of maybe something in your house or something that you take, whether it's a drink or supplement, or what you're doing that is, using essential oils or essential oil infused something or other that is getting you away from maybe a man-made chemical.
Oh, I have tons. Everything from laundry detergent to mouthwash to hand soap to conditioner to lotion, you name it. I found a way to do what we call as a medicine cabinet makeover.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Wonderful, yeah. I have a question for you, Stevie. Do you scrub your own toilets?
Do I? Oh, yeah. I mean, my fiance and I, we go back and forth.
Come on now. Yeah. I don't even do that.
Seriously. I'm domesticated.
All right. I love it. I love it.
I told you before, he's the real deal,
He's the
right?
real deal, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so you mentioned essential, okay, so the laundry soap. I mean, they actually make laundry soap that has essential oils in it?
Young Living actually has laundry soap that is infused with one of our oils called Thieves. And yes, so to answer your question, yes.
Oh, that's amazing. I've heard of Thieves, but this laundry soap thing, that's kind of cool. All right, so you're a fitness guy, right? I mean, your fitness on a regular basis, probably every day. I don't even want to get into how long you're doing it every day because, me working out 3 times a week for half an hour is a lot. But so how do you use essential oils with regard to fitness? So, are you putting them in your water when you drink it? Are you putting them on before or after exercise? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I put them on. I use my essential oils as needed, but I use them every day.
Sure.
Because I know I need it, right? So there's certain oils that I maybe won't use every day, but like last night, I had a really long run that I did, and I knew my knees were going to be giving me a little bit of issues. So,
Are you still there?
Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Are you lifting weights right now?
No, sorry, guys. I had someone ask me a very important question. My apologies.
All right, so your knees were giving you little issues,
and so I put some pan away and some frankincense on there to help just get rid of some of the
discomfort
that
may happen.
Discomfort, exactly. Thank you. The discomfort that happened. So yes.
Okay, that's a good one because my knees were actually bothering me a little bit earlier today. I think just getting out of bed, so I might be using some Panaway and some frankincense on that as well. So what's your favorite essential oil to diffuse? Because I know we talked that you like to diffuse.
Yes, so I love lemongrass and I love eucalyptus globulus because those are the two for me that it has that spa, gives you that sense of spa feel.
Sure.
So it's really, really nice.
All right, cool. So let's back up a little bit and talk about. So you're a brand ambassador with Young Living, and the story of how you were introduced to Young Living essential oils is really cool. So can we go through that here just real quick?
Yeah. So I was in Calgary, Alberta, finishing up my last, season as a professional football player, which I didn't know at that time that's what it was. And I used to frequent this local Whole Foods store. It's kind of like a Sprouts or Whole Foods, and it was up there in Canada. And I met this lady. She said, "Stevie, I want to introduce you to someone that I think will, help you in football." And I'm like, okay. So meet this lady, and she gives me 2 different oils. One was lavender, and one was peppermint, which I didn't know at that time because I couldn't see the label. But I just had to trust this lady that she wasn't giving me some kind of, snake oil or, poison, right? And so she's like, "Here, do this." She has me taste the peppermint on my tongue. And I was like, whoa. It just kind of blew me away. And then she had me smell some lavender, and I put it in my hands and rubbed it around, and I put it over my nose. And I was like, oh my God, this is serious. And she said, "Well, you need to meet a man named Gary Young. He's changing the world." And I'm like, yeah, okay. I've met a ton of people that said I need to meet someone who's changing the world during my 10-year career in playing pro football.
Right.
I go to this event, and it so happened to be the launch of, Young Living Canada in Calgary.
Oh, wow.
And I seen this guy on stage, Jared Turner, who's now, he pretty much runs the show. And I was like, man, he's charismatic, knows what he's talking about. He seems really, really just like informative, right? And somebody who I think I'd get along with. Go up to him, "Listen, man, I play pro football. I love what you're talking about. Can you tell me the real deal on what's going on with these oils?" Now, mind you, I had been into infrared saunas, hyperbaric chambers. I mean, throughout my whole career, I went and got my own my blood work done, and they gave me my vitamins according to my deficiency. So that's one of the reasons why I played so long, right? Well, he immediately takes me up there to meet Gary. So I met Gary and Mary and the boys before I was even a Young Living, member or brand ambassador. So
wow.
My first day with Young Living, I was able to meet Gary Young. And, I signed up with Ali Bemji and his team up there, and the rest is history.
Right. So did they, right away say, "Hey, you'd be a good fit for a brand ambassador"?
No. So, after my career was over, after I got released, and, they knew that football wouldn't be, a big distraction for me. They said, "Well, would you be willing to be a brand ambassador?" And, we talked over the details and, of me being a brand ambassador, a consultant, and just a representative of the brand. And I said, I'd love to. And so here we are, 5-6 years later.
Yeah, it fits your lifestyle, right? I mean, and it gives you an opportunity to go out, meet people, and really spread the love of essential oils with other folks. In fact, you're going to be coming here to San Antonio for April 6th. We've got a rally. It's going to be about 350 people. And we're excited that you're going to come out and you're going to speak. What are you going to, just real quick, you got about 20 seconds. What are you going to talk about when you're down here?
Well, I'm going to talk about vision, passion, and purpose, helping people lock into their vision, passion, and purpose. And then I'll talk the 5 power structures: political, social, economic, education, and spiritual, and how that all ties into health and wellness.
That's awesome. So if folks want to get in contact with you, if they want to follow you, whatever, what would be like 1 or 2 ways for them to do that?
Well, all my social media is at Stevie Baggs Jr. That's STEVIEBAGGS. And then my website is just StevieBaggsJr.com. So I kept it simple as I could. It's just my name.
We appreciate that. Hey, thanks for calling in today, Stevie. We appreciate it. Enjoy your workout, and we really look forward to seeing you soon.
Yep, and I'm saving a big hug for you when you come to this rally.
Listen, you got it. Thank you guys for your time, and continue to spread the love of essential oils.
We will, and you too, buddy. We'll see you.
See you guys soon.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Was that fun or what?
That's so awesome. What a guy.
He's a phenomenal guy. He's serious, right? Yeah. I mean, the guy is purpose-driven, no joke. But he's kind, right? He cares about people, and he wants to bring people in and love on them. And
you know what? This is something I see that holds true to a lot of our essential oil users.
Yeah,
we're all just kind, we're just, We just love.
Outstanding.
So-
All right, so you pick a winner every week.
I did.
Right?
I
We
picked
got
a
about
winner.
2 minutes. So what do we got?
So last week's winner is going to be Miss Raquel Skates.
Okay.
I think it's Skates. Maybe it's Scats.
Well, she'll tell you if it's not.
She'll let me know. So I'm going to get in contact with her on our Facebook page. And remember, our Facebook page is at EO Talk Radio. And we're going to show this episode
Right?
through a premiere.
Yep.
Right? So you want to click on there and you comment on there, and then I'm going to pick another winner for next week. Now, Raquel has won some orange oil because that's what we talked about last week with our oils in the bedroom. And, orange is so versatile. She can use it anywhere.
I tell you what, that oils of the bedroom, that video that we've got out there, and of course it's on podcasts. I mean, it's spiked. I mean, I saw the graph, huge.
There's a webinar tomorrow? Or
Uh,
when is it? Tomorrow.
well, this will air on Sunday.
Or no, it's not tomorrow.
But on next Saturday, we're going to be doing the Zytoscan. So you definitely want to be with us for that. So we're
Perfect.
excited.
Yep. Everybody can find our info on eotalkradio.com.
So speaking of which, the blog's doing very, very well. So check
you.
out our blog. We're posting stuff on a regular basis. You can go there, check it out, leave a comment. Let us know what you think of that. And don't forget that you can reach out to us directly to submit your DIY, submit your questions, so forth. And you can reach us on Facebook and just ask a question because we love answering them.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to meeting lots of people this coming Saturday.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. So don't forget, our Zytoscan is going to be on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And you can find that event information on our Facebook page.
Yep.
And it's even on Eventbrite.
Eventbrite. And that's the Lookout Coffee and Community right there.
Correct.
On the Gulf Road.
Yep. $10. You'll be in and out. So your scan takes about 10 minutes, and we'll go over it for about 10 minutes, and you'll be on your way.
And we'll let them take a picture with us, too.
All right. That's it. You guys have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday.